as we continue through the Bible, we are entering a major section of the story, the kingdom. Israel has moved from the period of the judges into the monarchy, y'all. Saul has ruled, David has ruled, and now Solomon is about to become king. The books ahead will take us through the rise of the kingdom, its division, its rebellion, its judgment, its exile, and its return. We will journey through First Kings, Second Kings, First and Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and the book of Esther. But as we enter this section, there is one major theme that will continue to develop. What is that? The temple. The story of the temple begins with the tabernacle. God brought Israel out of Egypt and said, "Then have them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them." Exodus 25 and verse 8. The tabernacle was the place where God chose to make his presence known among Israel. It moved with them throughout the wilderness. Later, under Solomon, the permanent temple was built in Jerusalem. The Ark of the Covenant was placed inside the most holy place. And when the priest came out, the glory of the Lord filled the temple. But the temple never contained God. Solomon understood this when he prayed. But will God really dwell on earth? The heavens, even the highest heaven, cannot contain you, 1 Kings 8 and 27. The temple was a place where God chose to make his name and presence known among his people. It also revealed the separation between a holy God and sinful humanity. There was a most holy place. There was a veil. There was restricted access. There was a need for sacrifice and a mediator. All of this pointed forward. John 1 and 14 says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us." The presence of God was no longer revealed only through a sanctuary. God came among humanity in Jesus Christ. Jesus was greater, far greater than the temple. He said, "Destroy this temple and I will raise it again in 3 days," John 2 and 19. John explains that Jesus was speaking about his body. The tabernacle, the temple, the priesthood, the sacrifices, and the restricted access to God's presence all pointed forward to the greater work of Christ. Hebrews explains that Jesus is our great high priest who offered himself once for all. As we continue through the kingdom section, we will see the temple built, the kingdom divided, Jerusalem fall, the people carried into exile, and later the temple and the city rebuilt. We will see God's people fail repeatedly, but we will also see that his promises, y'all, do not fail. Now, I'm sure you have and will continue to notice a subtle change in the daily episodes. Beginning with 2 Samuel chapter 1, the structure of each episode began to shift. The encouragement and the reading reference will continue. However, going forward, the full reading reference and related information will be provided in the description for each day's episode and not spoken aloud. This allows the daily episodes to remain focused and with less distraction while still giving you the complete reading plan to follow. Now we continue. 1 Kings chapters 1 to 3. The theme, wisdom, succession, and the heart of a king. Let's do this, y'all.